ticket and see all the third ball drops, how to be aggressive on your fourth and your sixth. Okay, Mac, I'll get you in front of me here, brother. All right, there's nothing more frustrating in pickle than to serve and not be able to come in because you're not making your drops, you're not have the right education, how to gain court positioning as you're in transition. So there's nothing more frustrating in pickle than not being able to play points from the kick. Okay? When you're constantly struggling to come up and you can't get a drop down and you're just playing defense from here, this game is not fun. The game is won and lost where? Very good. So when we hit a drop, we're going to come up in a balanced, organized manner. We're going to get our heinies at the kitchen line. We're going to fight fire from where? Fight it from here. Okay? So tell me, who likes their hit down lifting? Okay. And tell me, do you use that same technique when you're back at the baseline and you're hitting drops? Yes or no? So, but if you fell in love with a certain technique from here, I want you to use it back there. Right? It goes hand in hand. I played with Mr. Newman for about 2 years. I saw 99% of the balls. And with that being said, I dinked myself out of some deep water. And I would roll the living heck out of my forehand dink anyhow. Once my forehand dink gets dialed, and I'm using topspin, I'm catching the ball at 3 o'clock, touching the outside edge. Once this gets dialed, what do you think I do well back here? So I'm going to roll my third ball dink. So I'm going to roll my dink. I'm going to roll my third ball. I'm going to slice my backhand dink. I'm going to slice my backhand drop. If I'm feeling tight from back there, I go to no spin and I go to what? Tip down, lift and steer, and get my ass out. Okay? And it doesn't matter how you come in. It just matters about getting in and winning points from here. Okay? So, something we know, we're going to serve. The returning side is going to come up, get established. Anytime I serve, I want to reposition and get back. Okay? If I don't have time to get organized on my third, it's going to be tough to come in. So you're in full control of serving, scooting back, buying yourself enough time. Okay? If I don't have time, okay? Let's say if I don't have time, I'm just going to half volley. Okay? This is called a half volley drop. Okay? Half volley. So if I'm half volleying, how short is my technique? It's very short because I'm using what? I'm using the pace coming at me. If he's giving me pace, I was talking about the first imaginary ball. If he's giving me pace, I'm just going to meet the first imaginary ball, use his pace, drop into the kitchen, and look to come in from there. If he doesn't give me pace, then I'm looking to extend and finish where? Finish at that second imaginary ball. So if I'm back here and I don't have as much pace coming at me, I'm going to add more length. Again, I'm back here, I don't have as much pace coming at me, I'm going to add more length. If I have pace coming at me, I'm going to do what? Shorten, tip down, live and die by tip down technique. Okay, so if you don't have as much time, or if pace is coming at you, tip down, and shorten your technique. If you have time, then you can start creating. What's nice about the baseline? Is that you can be one-dimensional back here. What does that mean? You can cheat, right? I have made my little peanuts in pickle, playing pickle, not on the sponsor side. Okay. I made my peanuts playing by moving to my left, camping my ass out over here so I can open up what? Very good. When I serve on the right, I serve towards the middle and I open up, so I live and die by what I do well from back here, and I wrap my whole game around using my serve aggressively, and then look to drive third balls or drop third balls, but primarily on the forehand side. Okay. So you can be a little one-dimensional back here. I usually drive the forehand, drop the forehand. I only drop the backhand side. Ben in doubles does not drop on the backhand side. He just drives on his forehand side. Simone generally only drives on her forehand side. She doesn't drop on her backhand side. So it's okay to be a little one-dimensional from back here because you have time. Okay, again. Technique here. Okay, so least experienced. You're gonna recognize that you're gonna see the ball a little later with your court position. So you're looking to see where your opponent makes contact, and then that should give you the old kick in the butt to tell you when to go. Okay? Higher level, you should be able to see ball trajectory and see good shape, and with good shape, you should be taking off what? Taking off sooner. Okay? So lower levels, hey Ty, like Dad's talking, okay? I figured that may happen. Figured that may happen. So I'm dropping lower levels. I'm dropping. I'm recognizing where K-Mac is making contact, and then I'm gaining real estate from there. Kyle's making contact in his red zone. I know he's not going to hurt me. Least experience are 2.5 to 3.25. Even if Kyle is taking a ball in his yellow zone, if Kyle's a 3-0, he's probably not going to be all that aggressive in yellow either. So with that being said, if I'm lower level and I'm coming in, I can be moving in if my opponent's making contact in red or in yellow. Okay? 3-5 and above, what does our opponent have in their yellow zone? What do they have? They have a topspin roll. So can you be coming in as quickly if they have a topspin roll? No, you got to break down sooner. Okay?
My question is, on your drive or drop,
yeah.
Do you look for a specific spot on the board? Do you drive down the middle?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, so great question, gold medal winner. Great freaking question, I'll tell you what. So, K-Mac, what is my answer here? Golden ticket. Find your golden ticket. Find your golden ticket. Find your golden ticket, okay? Whoever won't hurt you. Susan, what's the whole golden ticket theory? You want to drop to the person that really can't hurt you, that isn't all that aggressive, so you don't feel traffic coming in. So maybe I have a select person, or I'm going to isolate. Look, Kyle's here. Let's say Larry's there, right? Let's say Kyle's a true counterattacker. Kyle doesn't have a whole lot of offense, but when you speed up at Kyle, he brings it back in a hurry. Okay? Most counterattackers don't usually attack, correct? So maybe I want to drop to Kyle, but drive to Larry. You're gonna have to kind of do a little trial there. You're gonna have to get it. But you want to find the golden ticket on your drop. Drop to somebody that's not gonna make you feel traffic. Just drop to somebody that isn't all that aggressive, right? That just kind of hands it over on a silver platter and says, "Join the party." Drive. So when I drive at both people, if I recognize that when I drive at K-Mac, his fourth ball volley comes swinging back in a hurry and almost puts me more on defense. But when I drive at his partner Larry volley short, well, probably makes sense that I can drive to Larry that will enhance my fifth, right? I can drive to Larry to drop my fifth. Okay?
Can I ask a follow-up question? Yeah. When you made the decision to drive, when the conditions are there, is there a, hey, make sure you drive every single time to that person's backhand because it's less dangerous to other, or not make that something, realizing you're playing at the 3-5 level.
Right,
I know at your level you guys can do anything.
No, for sure. So let's say I serve aggressively and K-Mac isn't quite up. Obviously, I'm always driving more. If the returner doesn't get all the way up and establish, that's plan A, right? If they're unwinding, if they're stacking and unwinding, all depends on how slow the returner, I guess all depends on how quick the returner gets up and gets established, right? Yeah. If they get up and get established pretty quickly, I can drive middle. But if I'm serving on the right and I see they're going to be stacking, this person's going to be coming in, I'm going to purposely serve out wide, so it forces them to move out wide, and then I can go open court.
You want to show that real quick?
Yeah. Cam, if you don't mind. Thank you.
We're going to cross here.
But yeah, so Cammy's going to be sliding over, I'm serving out wide, Cammy's sliding. If Kyle's not there, then I'm going open court. If Kyle gets up and established, I'm going middle, right? But this first drive, yeah, if middle works, I'm gonna keep it middle. If I'm serving aggressively and I'm able to pull him out, then I'm going open court.
Follow up to that.
Yeah.
What if the return to you was short?
Yeah.
And you made your mid court, you made the decision to drive.
Yeah.
Is it okay to drive at the guy that's already at the net, or
Yeah, for sure. So this drive here is more of a drive where I'm driving, crashing, and looking to get in their vision and trying to force them to look at things they don't have control of. This drive from back here is a setup to force them to volley short, and now I have a fifth ball drop to work with, right? Anytime that I'm driving inside the court, let's say it's the third, I want to drive, get right in their vision, and force them to look at me. And if they do that, they may end up doing what? Popping the ball up, and then I can bake off my own shape. Okay? So the drive from the baseline is more of a setup, right?
Yeah.
If they're up and established. The drive, if it's short, is probably like an off-pace drive, and you're more eager to crash and get in their vision.
So it's okay to do it to the guy that's already established if you put it in the right spot.
Hey, if you were winning points by making it messy and driving, keep on making it messy. But once they beat you a couple times, then I'm going to plan B. But plain and simple, drop to the person that's not as aggressive, so you don't feel traffic coming in. Drive to the person that volleys short, so it enhances your next one.
And within that question, Chris, I would say one of the drives I like best, the standard is driving to the person that returned, right? Because they're maybe still moving. Next best, almost as good. Let's say I'm up and established. I like to envision this person's maximum reach, okay? Towards the middle. Why? There's an element of indecision. I can't see how far up my partner is, and it's tough to know which ball's mine and which ball's theirs. So if you can kind of dare them to overreach or mess with this opponent, or mess with their partner, that element of indecision goes a long way. Plus, it's middle, so it's high percentage either way. So I don't like to drive through this person most of the time, but if you can kind of dare them to overreach, that often creates a leadership.
Yeah, but main focus on the drive, if they're up and established, is to get a little spin, get some dip on your drive, and get them hitting that volley from here, but it's there. This volley here is night and day from like this volley. Okay? Okay, so lower levels. You are waiting to see where they make contact, and then you're gaining real estate. Higher level, you're recognizing ball shape, good ball shape, and now you're in. And really good disconnectors, or players that like to poach a lot, disconnect early because they get very smart at looking at ball shape, right? I played with Callie Smith last year. Callie's probably one of the better disconnectors in the game. Anytime I would drop or drive, if Callie saw that it was getting down, she would come in, fully crash, use that two-hander, and then she would coach off of my driver drop. She'd bake off of my shape. Shaking, you bake it. Shaking, you bake it, okay? So, if I'm hitting a drop and I'm outside the court, the lift percentage, the push percentage from here is probably 80-20, 80% lift, 20% push. Why? Because there's no way I can hit a perfect third from here, right? Okay, if the return pushes me back, I'm going to add more lift from here. Okay, I'm going to add more lift, working my, add more lift, working my way in. There's my fifth, there's my seventh, I'm up. Okay, there's no need for me to be greedy with my ball shape if I'm outside the court. If I'm outside the court, I'm going to loft it, buy myself some time, break down early, okay? K-Mac, if you don't mind, put some pressure on me now. So this is called Kyle making me feel traffic as I come in, okay? Here's my third. Nice, okay? Again, Kyle's gonna put some pressure on me. Here's my third, he's not gonna chase trash. Okay? Versus if Kyle doesn't put pressure on me, K-Mac, show us what not to do, please. Show us what not to do. Here's my third. What a generous man. I'll tell you what a generous man. Hey, do not.
All over.
Again. So he's gonna chase trash, he's not gonna take a step back. Perfect. Okay? K-Mac, show us the correct way to show us the correct way here. Here's my third. So you're gonna want to buy yourself some time on your fourth. If it's a floaty or drop, you recognize how much time you have. And you're like, no. You can take a step back, buy yourself some time, and look to be more aggressive by giving up some court position. Ready here? He's not gonna chase trash. I feel traffic. Good night. Okay? So, on the flip side, if you're returning, you're looking to be aggressive, and plan A is being aggressive out of the air first. If you find you're chasing trash, you have plenty of time to work with. You can buy yourself some time. Okay? In order for me to get my ball down, I'm dropping my third. Anytime that I'm in transition, I'm using my shock absorbers, beverage in hand. Kyle's coming at me, and I'm feeling pressure. Get that my, hey man, go ahead and let me, or make me hit it off the bounce. Half volley. Yeah. So remember, if I'm in here, I'm going to what? Tip down, I'm letting the ball come to me. Okay? Again. Tip down, let the ball come to me. The percentage of lift and push here is probably half and half. Okay? Once I recognize I got a ball down, then I can work my way in. If I'm hitting a block volley from here, letting the ball come to me. I know how much time I have. If I had two imaginary balls out in front of me, let's say here's the second one. This is the, okay, that's the second one. This is the first one. Again, first one, second one. So if I'm punching, I'm needing that second imaginary ball, and I'm punching with some authority. If I'm blocking, I'm letting it come to me. I'm just looking to surrender, and I'm almost putting the paddle like on my chest. Again. So if we're gonna be good blockers in transition, you gotta let the ball come to you from zone 1 to zone 3. It's all taken with what? It's all taken with a backhand.
So do you lock the ball up, or do you actually let the ball win the collision?
That's a great save. I let the ball win the collision for sure. Yeah, anytime I'm blocking, I'm not going to go out and get it. I'm going to let the ball come to me. I'm paddle like a statue. I'm leading with my knuckles, using my shock absorbers. I'm letting it come to me. Okay. Last couple here. Sorry. Again. Tyson.
Different balls.
Be better.
A little tougher to get around them.
Again. Or Franklin, Turner.
Rotate between them.
So, technique on the block. Let it come to you. Paddles like a statue. This is your block bubble. This is your punch bubble. Okay? If you're dealing with somebody that's making you feel traffic, what's a good way to get them to second guess their offense? Okay. Let it go. Very good. Yes. Let it go. What if I'm just breaking down and trying to block from here, and Kyle's bullying me, and he's just making me feel all sorts of pressure? What's a good way that I can get him to second guess his offense? Swing back. Okay? Even though from a textbook standpoint, it doesn't make sense to want to swing in transition because the game is won and lost from there. If you're having a hard time coming in, sometimes swinging at this person or just being aggressive in transition is going to force them to second guess. Then being aggressive on their fourth, their sixth, and their eighth. Okay? Sometimes giving it back. Test them. Right? Questions for us or coaches, things I missed? No. Just, yeah. Here's my third. Here's my fifth. No, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's a transition.
Correct. Yeah. He's just gonna stay and wait till he gets one down. But yeah, he's not just gonna hang out there
I mean,
when he
unless
could
you're
get forward.
stuck, you could. Have you ever been?
Yeah. I mean, hey, if I pop a ball up from here, I'm gonna hang. If I pop it up even higher, I'm gonna scoot back. What's something I told Cece this morning? Where's Cece? Cece was back here playing defense. She threw up a lob and her partner popped an overhead. She tried to play it back soft, ended up missing it. I told Cece that she could use her drive to force them to volley short. So if I'm back playing defense, so let's say I throw up a lob. Okay? If this ball comes back with too much pace, I'm not going to try to drop it back. I'm going to drive it back, force him to volley. If he volleys short, even better. Now I can mosey up, drop in the kitchen, and now I'm in. Okay? So I'm telling her just to drive back. I'm going to lob. K-Mac's going to bang one at me. I'm going to drive. Now I have some time. I can work my way up. So nothing wrong with driving your way out of defense if you're back there based off of time. Take a look at the Newmans. Like, what do the Newmans do so well? They make you hit stupid balls. Come on. Defense at its finest, right? Green is bueno, and why they made the courts this big is for you to be able to drive ground strokes and play great Newman defense. If I pop a ball from here, what am I going to do? I'm going to scoot back. I'm going to buy myself some time, but there's no need to want to rush when we've served, they're up and established, and now we're back on defense. If you're on defense, take your time coming in. What I'm trying to say is that even if you do pop a ball up, you can play good defense if you're in green. Wait to get one down, and let the game go safe from there.
What about staying even with your partner? Partner's heads up and you're stuck back, come back.
Yeah, if my partner pops the ball up, I obviously want them to come back with me. Starting out the game, I would like us to both stay together. Once our drives and our drops have gotten dialed, and we're looking at disconnect and shake and then we can have one person hit.
So on the lower level, real quick, some of you just started. We're the serving team, and the return comes to Tyson, and Tyson hasn't hit that ball yet. Do not start to leave home. Okay, do not leave home. I need to see what shot Tyson is going to hit. I am going to be with it. He's going to be mission control. Okay, he's going to tell me whether or not. Ooh, he liked that third. All right, Tyson's going. I'm staying with him. The third is a high one to Kyle, and Kyle's going, thank you, Tammy, for coming up.
Tammy was very loyal with my third ball drop. She may like me, she may work for me, but she can't trust every drop that I hit. Right? You got that?
No matter where you
Okay,
are.
she seems very loyal with her court positioning that I'm just going to make every drop. And how much pressure does that put on me? Right? I'm looking at a small picture all of a sudden.
And all of a sudden, I'm going.
I'm like, Tammy, come on now. Okay? So something I can do is I can say go, I can say looks good. Obviously, if I pop it up, I can say no. Okay? But think about working together as a unit. There's a rubber band tied to our inside seat. We're going to move together. Higher levels, if you recognize that your drop or your partner's drop is getting down and your cross court from it, look to poach, look to make yourself useful in the transition zone. Okay? Make it messy.
Feed one to Tyson. So if I know Tyson's thirds are that good, I can advance. No, because I know.
What is she looking at?
You knew there was going to be time. Yeah, if I just know my partner's got accurate thirds and pretty consistent or drives, I can take off. I'm going to go.
So guys, pop quiz, kind of piggybacking on everything we talked about. What's the very first thing you should do right after you hit a drop attempt? First thing that you do. Evaluate. I use assess, stress and assess, make a prediction, but it's not move forward or backward. It's a split second right after you hit it. You've got to decide, especially higher level, as you can skill in and of itself. You've got to decide, does it feel good? If so, let's gain some space for it. If you popped it up high, stay back and continue to play. Another way of looking at this is from the baseline. You want to get into the kitchen, right? But every step forward that we take has to be earned by either you or your partner's previous shot being halfway decent. We can't pop it up and then get excited and get into here, right? We're making it easy on our opponents putting the ball away. So think of every step forward needing to be earned by a halfway decent shot hit previously. Okay, no more yapping here. Thank you, K-Mac. I'm going to have K-Mac right there. First throw's going to be Slinky. So take a look here. Kyle's working on his drop. I'm working on the correct footwork with not chasing trash. See that there? I can buy myself time. Kyle's got his tip going down, tip down, pecker down, right? I didn't say that. I didn't say that. It's a wrestler term. Okay. And then he's working his way in, up. Nice. Plan A for me is out of the air. Plan B is if I'm chasing trash, I can work on my footwork. Once Kyle gets up and established, then we're changing roles. Same idea. Tip down, hands and ready. Tip down, hands and ready. Make sure we're not taking a step back as we make contact. Okay. Some of the best defenders in the world, you will see their technique, and it's always tips down. If you're in deep water, transition back there playing defense, trust this. Trust it all day. Okay? Second drill is going to be, I have to make 10. That has to be 10 in a row. Let's go 10 total. Okay, 10 total from here. After I make my 10, then we're changing roles. Okay, Kyle can be aggressive there. Kyle can be aggressive either out of the air or off the bounce. I have to make 10 in the kitchen. 10 in the kitchen. Okay, after my 10, then we're changing roles. Third drill, I'm going to have Kyle in transition. Okay. Now, the returning side is being extra aggressive. We're going to turn the knob. I'm looking to be aggressive out of the air or off the bounce. Kyle's working on just being safe in transition. But if I do pop it up, he has license to swing. After he swings, then we can play it out. Okay, what were you looking for there? Red. Very, very good. Okay, hang on. So Kyle sees me over lane. Usually this means what? The ball's going to get popped up. If you're in transition and you're playing somebody who's bullying you in transition and you see this, get in their vision and make them taste plastic. Make them taste plastic, baby. Again, I'm trying to be aggressive. Nice. Again. Couple more. Kyle's just playing safe there. Once he recognizes I pop one up, then he can swing and we're going to play it out from there. Drop combo, driving a third, dropping a fifth. Let's do a set of 5, and then we'll change roles. Do know I will relay all these drills once we get back out. Okay, watch this. Driving my third, drive, drop, hold it. Yeah, hold it.
That's set 1. Drive. Rob. That's set 2. Drive. Looking to address and assess. That's set 3.
Want them moving in?
Yeah, it's a great question, Tim. So it's all based on what? It's all based on his volley. Address, Anna. Assess, baby. Okay, so I'm looking to see what he does with his force. Okay, Mac, if you don't mind, top this one up for me.
Yeah, where am I trying to go with the volley most of the time? His feet. And occasionally, I'm going to make a mistake. So Tyson's got to be ready to capitalize on that.
Okay, again, if I drive, get one down, I'm going to look for closing off of that. So the only time you can keep your weight is when it's high and you're looking to attack. If he gets the volley down, I have to break down, my shot comes over, keep my leverage nice and still, and then dump one. Okay? 4 drills. Slinky, 10 at the baseline, transition, and then drive drop. Go to the spot you ended up at before lunch. Find a pretty face to look at. If you don't like your partner, find somebody new. Find somebody new.
George, they're the ones that are slinking back. Okay? And they're going to work from the way back in and then go. Oh, that was a good run, though. Good job, George. Nice.